What's up, everybody? This is Alex Brooks, and it is day 20. 20 days of shooting video, just documenting my journey as an entrepreneur. It's been fun, and there's been a bunch of ups and downs with technology, with shooting the video, the things that I'm doing outside of it. And today, normally I try to shoot this in the morning, but it's the early afternoon right now, and this day's been interesting. This week has been interesting because I've had a lot going on. The past couple weeks, we've brought on a handful of clients, and that's still going and that's still happening. And we had a little bit of confusion with one of the recent clients that we brought on. It's always important when and I'll take a step back. That's why it's really important for you to do your best to communicate clearly with clients. In that initial meeting, get as much information as you possibly can to understand what they're trying to do, and tease out all their expectations and the goals, and also the challenges and roadblocks that are stopping them from getting there. And just take time to really connect with the new clients that you bring on, because what that does, it helps you dictate the progression of the relationship. A lot of times you'll work with clients and in their head they think they may have shared everything with you in the initial call or initial meeting, but more than often that's not the case, which is fine. And it's up to you as the leader or the person providing the service to try your best to figure that out. And sometimes you don't figure it out on the first call or the second call. Maybe it's the third call, but your goal is you want to try to figure things out. So we had earlier I had to switch around some meetings because I had to connect with a client and clarify some things, which leads me to one of the topics I want to talk about is scope creep. If you never heard of the word, I'll define what it means. Scope creep is whenever you start a project with a client and you have initial things that you need to get done, initial price point, and then once you start doing the project, the client's like, oh, and then add this, oh, and then add that, and then add this as well. What that does is it changes everything. It changes how long it takes to get the project done. It changes costs. It changes, how much your team needs to be involved. So being able to identify that early on is just critical for any business, because that's not identifying that is an easy way to either underdeliver or get underpaid. And you don't want to do either of those. You want to overdeliver and you want to get paid what you're worth or what you charge for the value that you provide. So I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on projects that you guys may be working on that you've had moments where it started with one thing and then they added extra layers, but you guys didn't connect and talk about pricing or how long things are going to take with the tweaks and adjustments. So that's where my day, as far as client work, that's what's happening in my day. Outside of that, it's all types of emotions right now because I'm working with clients, getting them ramped up. We have this Digital Shift Summit that is coming up on the 17th of June, and there's still so much work to be done on the marketing piece. Right now we have all the technical pieces put together, how to register, the Facebook group, but now is one of the most important parts of any event or any business is the marketing, the promotion, getting the word out, sharing it with people. So I've been so busy with everything just taking off all at once. I haven't had as much time as I want to focus on the marketing. But that's something I plan on doing today. But I plan on doing that today. The thing that I'm happy about that happened today is because of the client issue I had earlier, I switched around some meetings that I was supposed to have, and it freed my day up where I could just focus solely on client project work, which I wanted to do, which leads me to one of the other points that I want to share with you is finding that balance when you're growing and you're adding on new clients, making sure that you're taking care of those new clients, setting the right systems in place, and still doing everything else that you need to do. So a lot on my mind today, a lot of things happening, moving parts. But I love having these things happen now before things get really big, because you can handle problems or systems within your business while they're small before you scale up. Because when you scale up, something that may cost a couple $100 could cost thousands of dollars from a mistake that you could have caught earlier on in the life cycle of your business. So I love, even though it's frustrating to work through these challenges and balancing yourself in different pockets of your business, I like these challenges right now because they're challenging me to grow and challenging me to refine the business and take it to the next level. So I'm grateful for those things. And there's some businesses, like I was saying yesterday, that are going out of business. So very grateful to have those opportunities. The last thing I want to talk with you guys about before I jump off is, last night I got a chance to watch Michelle Obama's Netflix movie, and I have to say it was incredible. She's truly a class act in terms of what, how she operates and how she does things. So really loved it. I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't. I think though, reflecting on the Obama's administration and being a person of color, it's powerful to see somebody from an area like Southside Chicago be successful at the scale that they did it. Because I'm from Detroit. I'm originally from Detroit, so I relate to Chicago and a lot. There's a lot of similarities between the two cities. We're both in the Midwest, but it was truly inspiring as being a person of color, seeing and kind of reflecting and hearing her thoughts about how she felt about that journey, what things it brought out of her, going through that journey, and also seeing how, telling your story is so important, because if you don't tell your story, then other people will try to tell your story. And a lot of times they don't tell your story as accurate as you would. They have their own personal motives or personal things that they are focused on or trying to gain from or learn from that, and another person is going to tell your story not as authentically as you could possibly do it. So that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Keep your head down, keep working. Check out that Michelle Obama Netflix, and again, June 17th. I need to see you guys there. The Digital Shift Summit.